Hello everyone, this is Javamonk, and welcome to episode 35 of the Survival Series. So, in this episode, I've been off camera, I've been gathering up some jungle woods and tons of glowstone and just loads of materials to, over time, finish redecorating the interior of the mansion. So, the, the thing was, so what we're going to do this episode is solve this problem right here. This right here, I built this up in the live stream and it did not work at all. So I just removed it, removed and just removed the ability for it to work and replaced it with the ladder, which at the moment the quickest way up is via elytra. So what I would like to do is replace this ladder with something much better and faster, something that doesn't use these fireworks. So as for the redecoration project, I put in a ceiling decor here. I put in some glowstone all around the floors. I haven't finished it quite yet, so I haven't gotten to the interior rooms here yet. I've only really gotten to the hallways. So over here, still gotta remove this because this looks terrible. But this is the latest work I've done as Johnny the Vindicator. And here's the quest plant farm. Why is that twitching here? So again, still got to do the interior work over here. I made it so that there's access to the third floor stairs over here. So here's the second floor, and even have a little landing pad for the slime blocks to jump down from the island up there. So lots of work has been done off camera, but what I would like to do is I make trips back and forth between the bulk storage system and this first floor constantly, and it is getting annoying having to use the fireworks and elytra and all that stuff. So this episode we're going to fix that. We will put in a working elevator to get from the first floor down to the bulk storage room and back up again. So here I am in a world I dedicated specifically to elevators, trying to get up to at least halfway up to the sky build limit. So this is the first elevator I attempted to build. When it actually works, it takes 13 seconds to go up. That's assuming it will actually work. A lot of times it doesn't. See, just like that. I just get stuck in the pistons there. So that is not going to work. I have this design going up to my gold farm, and it works beautifully most of the time. It works beautifully, it's nice and fast. In fact, it's one of the fastest designs up to get up here. Except I already built this in survival mode for the gold farm, and it is not reliable at all. This here is the design that I tried to build in the live stream, and it's not exactly reliable. This takes 8 seconds. This takes 17 seconds, and it's by Nicholas Blocko's Minecraft's design. So here we go. So it looks cool, and it works okay, but the problem is it did not work at all. I attempted to build this in the live stream, and because it didn't work, I just removed all the observers and string and left the slime blocks and other mechanisms there. This design is by Mumbo Jumbo, which is by far the easiest elevator to build, but it's also the slowest. And also, I'm required to have a redstone block on me to even make this work. So here's how it works. You just stand on that redstone block and the pistons just lift you up. It takes a really long time to make this thing work. It takes a long time to go up this elevator. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's faster just to fly up in creative mode. or just fly up with an elytra. And up at the top, here's what you gotta do. Up at the top, you gotta break that redstone block before it actually retracts, and you can use it again. So, in that regards, it's a nice elevator design. I will resort to this if absolutely necessary, but I'd rather not. I'd rather make this elevator to the bulk storage kind of secret. So a slime block elevator is really the best option. I also intend on swapping out the elevator for the gold farm. So for those purposes, I think I shall employ this llama elevator designed by Ilmango. So this takes 10 seconds to go up. You just hop in and this llama brings you up super duper fast. Problem is getting off. It's a bit awkward, but that's just really my fault for not building the platform correctly. One thing I don't like about this design is that it uses a bug that is... So here's how it works. Basically, when you're riding a llama, having an iron bar and a glass being shoved up behind you, it makes you go up 3 blocks at a time. Also, it requires a llama, and if the llama is stuck up there for some reason, I'm not going to be able to use the elevator. So that's not exactly a good solution. I will probably use this for the gold farm. This design is also Mango's design, and it is a slime block elevator, but it is rather complicated and also quite expensive. But as you can see, it works beautifully. Right there. In fact, it even ejects you from the minecart. Whoops. Here we go. Unfortunately, it is pretty much impossible to use without a minecart, and that's not what I want for a... Well, okay, I take that back. It does seem to work okay with a minecart, but good luck being ejected. So it's a good solution, and I'm kind of tossed between using this design or using this design right here. So let me first put the minecart in place. Done. Okay. This design is by WafflesFromNowhere, and it is the latest design. This is the design I found the latest, and it takes just a little bit longer than this design, and it is much cheaper. So you just stand here and push the button, and you just get pushed up just like this. So unfortunately, it seems that the ejection system isn't working all that great, but that's not a problem because I'm not intending to use this particular ejection system to actually get me out of the elevator. I want it to be a secret exit, a secret entrance to the place. But this is a downwards elevator as well, and also it can be repurposed into a multi-floor elevator. So that is pretty cool. I could probably use that for the gold farm, or I could just put in 2 of these elevators. So for the purposes of the bulk storage system, I'm very much considering using this design over here, and for the gold farm, using this design. We will see how they play out. Okay, this is it. I tore down the ladder, got 54 back, so this is super valuable information because I know there's 54 blocks from this floor all the way up to the first floor of the mansion. Now, this is kind of like a point of no return, but in a way it's not because I have an elytra and fireworks. So I suppose I probably should have removed the system that was already in place. Yeah, I probably should have done that. Alright, I just gathered the necessary materials. So here's the piston door, working flawlessly. One of very few things that I that actually work flawlessly. So let's just get straight down here. And I added the slime block down here because I like to jump down from within elytra, and that would kill me. Alright, so I added jump boost to the beacon, swapped out the speed with jump boost because I figured I found that it's much easier to build redstone stuff with jump boost on. So let's just, I thought this was an actual slime. Okay, let's get to building this elevator. So let me just pull up a screenshot real quick. So as far as I can see, this is what the first floor looks like. Oh my god, that's a better view. So it looks like we got a sticky piston and a slime block.
By the way, I hope you like these kind of chipmunk voices, because I certainly find them entertaining. I try not to talk too quickly when I'm intending to do that, although in some cases I end up mumbling when I'm troubleshooting, and at which point it just makes sense to put in chipmunk voices. Okay, so 2 slime blocks. So I can just use this terracotta as a base. Here we are. Okay. Hey, you know what would be smart? Digging this up all the way to the top. In a nice large area so I can work properly.
Okay, so I just dug up a 5x5 hole centered around the hole we already put up. And as I'm looking back on the screenshot, which I should have done a while ago, I realized that it's actually a little bit rectangular. So the actual elevator shaft is going to be a little bit skewed, but that's okay. So let's see. At its widest point, it is 5 blocks long, but there are no slime blocks on the very edge. However, that unfortunately means that we're either going to have to put the shaft here or somewhere along one of the very edge here, such as right here. So I think this will be a good spot to put the base things. Just start off the elevator right here. Okay.
So, this here is going to be the back, which, does this line up? Indeed it does. Actually, no, that doesn't make sense. This is going to be the back. Okay. So let's see, we need to do that, and there's a slime here. Been being pestered by slimes for quite a while. So this is a really good slime farm, which is quite ironic because I have an entire chest system dedicated to slime balls. So anytime there's slimes invading the place, I can just kill them all off and stash the slime balls in here. This is why I have so many of the slime blocks. Okay. Let's see. Trying to follow along with picture instructions. So let's see, over here, this is going to be where our button is. And now, gotta pull out the repeaters. Here we go. No, that's not where our button is. This is where our button is. And of course, it's not going to power anything quite yet. We're going to just do that. There we go. Nice and easy. That's our first segment. It's our first module. So now we can just put in some glass here, because after all, the super smelter is awesome. And this is why I need jump boost. This is where jump boost comes in super useful. Okay, so here's the process. So we got the sticky piston here, which is the connector between the modules. At which point, just gonna do that, and everything that touches the slime block is gonna be covered in black terracotta. So this way the slime blocks don't stick to the blocks and break the redstone, which breaking redstone is not a very good thing. I'm gonna put David Bowie away for now. Just I don't need it at the moment. Let's see here. Just need a sticky piston there, and a sticky piston not there, but here somewhere. Yeah. Okay. Ta-da. Now, some of the walls here are gonna have to be glazed terracotta, which that's fine. That's perfectly alright. It is a bit annoying, but it's alright. I'll manage. As long as this thing actually works, then I'll manage. Okay, that's gonna be a solid block. And that can be glass. And then, let me just put that away just yet. This is gonna be glaze terracotta. And so does this. In fact, let me just dig out the spots that need glaze terracotta, and I'll be back with you.
Okay. I have all the redstone built up for the elevator. I still haven't put in all the walls quite yet, but here's how it works so far. Okay, that's just a test. Let us now see if this thing will work. Okay, it's confirmed. I need to put up the walls. But we got up here. Let's make sure we can reliably do that before I continue. That's assuming I align myself. Okay. That's trial 2. Trial 3. Okay. If we can get this in, if we can do it 5 times in a row, then it's solid. So, trial 4.
Do I need to align myself properly or something? Or is this a repetitive use error? Okay, looks like it's just... At least it's reliable. I'll take a little bit of damage, but it is reliable. Okay, let's build up the rest of this, and then we can give it a full test.
Okay, first test. Here we go. Whew, pretty nervous about this. Didn't take too long to build this, but still quite nervous. Because slime block elevators, as you might know, slime block elevators and I just aren't too great of friends. So here goes. Holy smokes. No way. That worked first try, and I dropped my pickaxe. It's down there. Uh-oh. Where did my pickaxe go? Okay, I got my pickaxe back. So, let's do another trial. Holy smokes. This thing works perfectly. Oh my golly. I don't think I've ever built a machine that works this perfectly first try and second try. Third try's a charm? I guess more of a charm than the second try? Wow! Okay, I could just do that. I could just leave that at that. But, you know what? I want to make this even more special. I want to make it a secret entrance. So, basically have an upwards facing jeb door that opens up as we go up the elevator. Think I can do it? I think I can. Let's try it. So I crafted just enough repeaters to build this elevator, but lucky thing I have this redstone shulker box with me. Okay, so here's the idea. I'm gonna use a slime block just to make this vertical jeb door easier to build. Okay, I'm gonna need a little platform here. Hopefully this doesn't go messing with anything else that I just built. Here we go. Okay, so we have a repeater here set to 2 ticks, a repeater here set to 4 ticks. It's kind of the same idea as a double piston extender, and in fact that would cause problems. So let's just do this. Here we go. Problem solved. Okay, the hidden door to the super storage room is now in place. The only way that you can get in is by pressing this button, which is pretty obvious, but that's okay. Here we go. And you just drop straight down the elevator, and then in you are. And then to get out, what you gotta do is, assuming that door is closed, you just use the elevator. It does seem that you have to rather precisely align yourself to the rest of this bottom slime block of the elevator. And in some cases it just doesn't seem to work, but at least it doesn't trap you halfway through like the other slime block elevators. That's weird. It stopped working perfectly. Here I was thinking that this was a elevator that wouldn't break. Here we are. And then the entrance closes up behind us. There we go. So that's this piston door done. I'm gonna check to see how much time I've spent video-wise in doing that, and maybe we can get to work on the llama elevator to get up to the gold farm. Alright, in order to build the elevator to the gold farm, I want to be able to break through the bedrock, so I'm going to leave the original dragon egg in this super precious chest over here, and take the others with me, because dragon eggs can break bedrock. I'm not sure they'll be able to do that in the next update, though. Update 1.13. So, we could talk about this and the later updates. I suppose we can just chat about that as I'm building the gold farm. Let me just grab a beacon and stuff like that. Alright, I just tore down the slime block elevator part all the way up from the gold farm down to here, and yeah, I remember breaking these two bedrock bits. Those were not fun to do at all. So, this is why I want to put in a better elevator, and also this is why I brought dragon eggs with me. So, one thing I want to do is put in a beacon, and something that I found, what I'm not sure about is, will a beacon shine through bedrock? It's kind of a silly question because beacons don't shine through solid blocks. But is bedrock an exception? I want to test that. Let's see, got plenty of gold on me. We can just build a small pyramid right here. Whoops. Wow, it's a fast pickaxe. Okay. Here we go. So, here's the pyramid. The bedrock is above us. Now, will this beacon shine through it? And beacon. Looks to me like the answer is no. Which is odd because the Minecraft Wiki says that you can do that. Maybe there's other blocks covering it up? Let me check. Okay guys, it's official. The only way to get up here is now by elytra. Until I put in the elevator, which I'm going to do once I put in this beacon. So let's see if I can fly up here. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. So I guess the first step is to actually lay out how big the elevator is going to be and then break the appropriate bedrock for that particular area. But first, let's put in the beacon pyramid here. Here we go. Nice and fast. And of course I have an ender chest up here, so I can always gather more gold if I need to. Plus I can move the pyramid if it gets in the way. So just like I need more gold here. And if I run out of gold here, I am literally right next to the gold farm, which I haven't been AFKing at for a while. But the point is, I'm not about to run out of gold or any resources. So let's put in this beacon pyramid, and we can get to work on the elevator. I just realized something. This elevator uses water, And water can't be placed in a nether. So, looks like we're gonna instead have to use slime blocks, which, that's not a big deal. We'll make it work. But that's a lot of resources. Better get to it. Okay, we got a problem. So, we need to dig out a 7 by 8 area in order to fit this llama elevator, but I only have 14 dragon eggs. So, looks like we're gonna have to do this in sections if we want to break this bedrock. So let's see. How many pistons do I have? Oh, plenty. So, I'm not exactly sure how the dragon egg breaking method works, but so if something breaks, I'm gonna have no idea how to fix it. Okay, looks like the jump boost is gonna go away, but that's okay, because this pyramid is a little bit in the way. I could have chosen a better spot for it, but oh well. I think that's a big enough area. Let's mark this out. So we have a 3, 6, 7, 8, and oh wow, it's going right up against an ice highway. 3, 6, 7. I think this will work. So, apparently I can't count today. Okay, so 3, 4, 5. This is 6, and there's 7. There we go, that's more like it. Okay. That looks sort of correct. Okay, so we have a 8 by 3, 6, 7 blocks, which is exactly what we need. So now in order to break the bedrock, we need to place in a bunch of, basically an array of pistons, or I could use signs. In fact, I probably should use signs. There we go. So I'm going to build a Lazy Chunk Detector, because this method of breaking bedrock uses lazy chunks, because so first off, lazy chunks, as far as I understand, they are regions around where the player renders land, and this region, the region of rendering, extends out 2 chunks beyond what you label as the render distance over here. Because of this, so that extra 2 chunks are called lazy chunks, because some things are rendered and some things are not. One of the things that are not rendered correctly are falling things. So this can be anything that falls, like dragon eggs. They are affected by gravity. So when a falling block falls in the lazy chunks, it will fall instantly, which is that's not supposed to happen ordinarily, and it doesn't ordinarily happen unless it's in the lazy chunks. So, but what's really bizarre and what makes this work is that dragon eggs, when they fall, some math is messed up a little bit, so when they fall, they replace the block that they land on in the lazy chunks. And that is the method that is going to be used to make this work. And with this gravel piece, it now becomes a Lazy Chunk Detector. So I found this on Reddit. So it essentially detects when there is a lazy chunk, and when it does, it emits a redstone signal, which will break the signs, which will drop these dragon eggs. So the basic idea behind this, and by the way, just a quick disclaimer, this is the part in the episode where I try to explain something I don't understand, so I end up explaining it poorly. So, essentially, the Lazy Chunk Detector, it's based on the fact that in lazy chunks, gravity blocks fall instantly, and that's why there's that gravel bit there. So if that gravel did fall instantly, then this thing would be constantly emitting a pulse. But since they fall smoothly and they are entities while they are falling, that doesn't happen, at least until I leave the area and start loading the lazy chunks. Let's just put in a couple more dragon eggs. Let's see. You gotta go a block out. Click some of the border. Okay. Hopefully they're not gonna go messing with the signs here. And I suppose we might as well break some of the bedrock over here. Get as much broken as we can in one go. Okay. And then the rest of this border can be removed. Okay. So once we have all these dragon eggs in place, it's going to be kind of like a mousetrap. So all we have to do from here, now that we have all these eggs in place, all we have to do is leave the machine on and walk away. Just like this. And upon walking back, we should see there's still dragon eggs there. Okay, looks like I didn't go far away enough. So I guess we just gotta go the other direction, because this ice highway ends at, and if I go much further, I'm afraid I'll get lost. So let's just go the other direction. Yep, the dragon eggs are still intact. And the bedrock is still intact. Okay. And this time, let's take a boat with us. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that time lapse. I did not cover the entire footage of me destroying this because that was a lot of work. About 3 hours worth of work, given that several times I either didn't get far away enough or this machine just failed. So, oh, over the course of that, the time lapse only covered about maybe half an hour's worth of work of that. The rest of it was just a lot. I wasn't about to show that in a time lapse because it was pretty boring. So, now that we have all the bedrock broken, we can get to work on actually putting in the elevator. So, I've kind of come up with an idea on what I'm going to do, because up at the gold farm over there, I need to be able to jump past the redstone spaghetti that controls the actual gold farm. And pretty much the best way to do that, or the only way to do that, is to use a slime block elevator. Because I don't want to use a minecart elevator. Okay, jump boost 2. Yeah, we got jump boost 2 again. I missed this. Okay, so for now, I'm gonna dig out this hole, and I will catch up to you when I've made some progress on this. Okay, I think that's gonna do it for this episode. This is a big hole, which I'm going to put an elevator into, but I've run out of time to record to do that, at least for this episode. So, hope you enjoyed this rather uplifting episode, eh? And I will see you next Saturday. Bye!